Alright, Netflix did a mini-series called Sneakerheads. I finally got a chance to watch it. Let's talk about it.
One pair to wear, one pair on ice. Aftermarket speculation will surely hike up the price. Call that all in the plans. Feeling like Mike with the ball in my hands. Swear to God.
So Netflix did a mini-series called Sneakerheads. I think they did it in collaboration with Complex. There's a few actors in there. King Batch. First of all, what's good, YouTube? It is your boy Sneakerhead on a budget. One of the hardest working sneakerheads on YouTube. Go ahead and leave a like, share, subscribe. What's happening, budget fam? I just want to quick review. Well, I guess not a review. Just talking about the Netflix series Sneakerheads. So talking about this film, I don't want to dive in too much because, spoiler alert, and I'm bad at telling stories. I'm bad at explaining stuff like that when it comes to like films or something. So I'm not even going to get into it with that. I just want to talk about the series itself and some things I liked and some things that I didn't like. And you go ahead and watch it for yourself and let me know what you guys felt about the series. Some things I did like about it was just the journey. Actually, let's start off with things I didn't like and end on a positive note. How about that? So some things that I did like about it, that I didn't like about it. Oh my God, I'm too busy trying to say what I didn't like. Something that I didn't like about it was the stereotype of a sneakerhead kind of gets put out there a lot, especially from the wife's standpoint in the film to the main character. He sells off his collection. Hopefully I don't do many spoilers. And he starts to wear dad stuff, dad gear, Toms and stuff. He gets out the sneaker game, sells his whole collection, and pretty much leaves that whole life behind and to be a dad. And I think he's a stay-at-home dad too. I think he's trying to get into the corporate world too, but he leaves the whole sneakerhead life away so he can go and pursue this regular dad life. And his wife kind of makes it seem like, and this is just how I interpret it, I could be totally wrong with how they were trying to get the series out, but to me it seemed like the wife was kind of using the stereotype that sneakerheads don't have their priorities correct. Because in a few scenes she'd be like, I thought you got over this, like I thought you're done with this and everything like that. And so it really kind of irked me in that sense that, like, yes, we get it. Like, a lot of people think sneakerheads don't have their life together, but in all essence, like, a lot of sneakerheads, have jobs. They do know how to prioritize. Yes, you got those people, in any culture, you have those people who don't know how to prioritize and they use rent money to buy shoes. But, like, not all of us, and so to put us in a category, and there's people who think like that. So I know I might be overthinking it, but from I really disliked the wife a little bit in it because it seemed like she's built off that stereotype. Also, her character when she jumps in the scene, and I guess the main character used to be a big, like, one of the big dogs in the sneaker community back in his day, and so he had a little fling with somebody who owns a sneaker shop, and she leaves him a business card, puts some hearts on it, and gives it to him. Say, if you need anything, give me a call. The wife finds it, and she goes there and kind of does the angry black woman stereotype where she's like, in a place of business, is like, having sleep with my man, fucking my man or something. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm cussing. Having sleep with my man and stuff, and you sleeping with my man and stuff like that, and like this being extra, and I was like, not in a place of business. But I see what she's trying to do. Their relationship is kind of rocky as it goes. He's not really telling the truth. She's not really understanding him at this moment. The lady does take this girl on a journey to kind of understand what her husband is doing, so she can kind of understand it. But yeah, that kind of irked me in this. And one of the other things that irked me kind of is just the extraness of King Batch's character. How he just cannot catch a break. He just, like, it seems like every time something good happens, something bad happens. And, like, when something's good happens, you can just obviously catch the next scene is going to be hey, man, I know I messed up. But you got to believe in me. You got to believe in me. We got this far. You got to believe in me. I know I messed up. But come on, man. I know it. Just stick with me for once. And that's pretty much his character. He has some great ideas in some times. He has some big messes up in some times. One of the scenes, they get like a locker, which is from an old NBA player who was supposedly gets traded, and like his girl burns half the collection, so they only have like all right shoes or something like that. And they never, like, he has to make up money for it, but then they never talk about it again. I feel like if there's even the one shoe, you can still make money off it, but I guess not. But I feel like you can still make money off the one shoe. I mean, there's people who just put who like to tear shoes apart and use it as a display. There's people who just like to have that one shoe in a display just like that. So I'm pretty sure with all these exclusives and limited releases and stuff that they found in this locker, they can still make enough money to pay off the locker, since they didn't have the money for it. The main character has to pay for it all, because King Bat's character doesn't even have the money for it. So, those are kind of things that kind of bother me, kind of irked me when it came to the film. I don't want to nitpick so much, because there's some things I was just like, huh. And there's some things I just didn't like. Let's go transition into stuff that I did like. I did like the jump when it kind of understanding the whole culture and the vibe. There are people who backdoor kicks, and it's frustrating. There are people who when you go in the line, they sit in the line for you, and you pay them to sit in the line for you. That stuff actually does happen, so I do appreciate that they did put that in there. One of the main things I do appreciate about everything is just the journey of finding things. For me, that's the best part about being a sneakerhead, your journey into getting a shoe. One of the shoes the main character actually really wants is these white cement 4s that I have sitting back on the side of me right there. Some white cement 4s. Those are his grails. He played ball in them. He met his wife in them. And so those mean a lot to him. So he really wants to get it. His pair gets backdoored. So he kind of goes on a journey to kind of try to find that shoe. So I'm not going to tell you the rest of it because I don't want to spoil, but if I spoiled anything, I'm sorry. Spoilers everywhere. But that's pretty much what it was. So the journey of the shoe, and I know for me, there's a lot of shoes in my collection that I've been searching for a long time. And when you actually find it, when you go somewhere or you search for it, or you just end up at the right place at the right time, there's no better feeling than that. So I do understand what they're trying to put in that film, and I do appreciate that. Okay, so I guess I'm all over the place with this, because another thing, there's a lot of cameos in the film that I can appreciate, but a lot of it's kind of just all thrown in there. Like I said, watch it for yourself to kind of get your own idea about it. But some of it was just whatever, and just how they treated some things in that kind of just made I do appreciate the characters. I don't remember the names of the characters, but the main female character who's in kind of their crew, I do appreciate her character art, because she's she's trying to be this, top sneaker, reseller, in the game, but she doesn't feel like she'll get respected as a female, so she uses a male alias. But she drops off kicks to everybody, celebrities and all this stuff, and there's some cool cameos here and there, but her character, I pretty much have no problem with her character throughout the film. But she does come in a little stern, she's just a businesswoman, she's trying to handle her stuff. But she does kind of have her goal. So I do appreciate that. So in a sense, that's good. They have another guy who's a rich kid who just wants to jump in the sneaker game. He has no clue what he's doing, so I guess he pays $50 an hour to shadow her to see how the sneaker culture works. They kind of got a little thing going in the end. A little story from her, because she sold off a pair of her dad's shoes got sold off or something like that, and he actually was able to find it, so they get a little smooch action, and that's cool. So pretty much just looking at everything in this film, I keep saying film, in this series, which I think there's going to be another series, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't something that dude, you gotta rewatch this, or do you gotta do this? I feel like they could have done more. I feel like they could have done less in some aspects. One of the things that, even though King Bat's character is a mess up, and that I kind of see them doing for the future, is there's a way how they get this kick. So there's this shoe that they call the Zeros that's supposed to be the perfect pair, and they're searching for this pair because I'm not gonna mention any names. You guys can watch it yourself, but they're gonna pretty much trade this pair for somebody's whole collection. They say it in a YouTube video. They're going to trade that pair for the whole collection. And so that's the journey. To get the whole collection. They want the main character, his best friend, who they kind of split up. The wife kind of doesn't like the best friend. Or she really doesn't like the best friend. They're gonna split up, but their dream was to open their sneaker shop. So I feel like they were trying to get this collection so they can like either fund that sneaker shop or put those in their sneaker shop. But in order for them to get those iconic perfect pair of shoes, the Zeros, he trades the shoe that he has on, which he made a one-of-one custom. So in the end, you know, well, like I said, sorry for the spoilers. You know, nothing goes right because, you know, that's how it has to be. And in the end, you can see him customizing that shoe. And so I feel like if they do another few episodes, like a season 2 or something, I feel like it's going to blow up because apparently his custom work game is good, that something's going to happen. He's going to do a crazy design on them, and it's going to just make up for all the mishaps and the failures that were going on. You know, so that this film is kind of, I keep saying film. The series is kind of everywhere. When it comes to, even go to Tokyo to look for the pair. I mean, they're traveling, they're doing all this and that. Which I'm just like, man, but you ain't got money for this. How you get money for this? So there's a lot going on in this. Like, I kind of want to see what you guys thought about it. You know, what you guys think of Sneakerheads on Netflix? It was okay for me. Like, I won't bash it. I won't say it's a bad thing. There's some things I wish they would have added. There's some things they could have taken off. There's some things they could have, you know, they have like a Mark Wahlberg sighting who's Mark Wahlberg, but he's not Mark Wahlberg. You know, it's just a lot going on in this film. Yeah, I keep saying film. It's because it's Netflix, isn't it? That's why I keep saying film. But there's a lot going on in this. So even in the end, where he explains himself to his wife about why he had to get these shoes. And she, well, before that, she looks at him. After all this is going on, she looks at him. They're like trying to get their moment, and then she's just like, "Oh, so you still bought them?" So even if, because in the end she gets the purse, which you don't even know about the purse yet, so you gotta watch it. But she gets this bag, which is like she had to search for and do all this extra stuff that was expensive, and kind of get her to understand the journey about getting shoes. And the first thing she says when she sees shoes is, "Oh, so you still got them?" I'm like, man, you frustrate the hell out of me. Well, tell me what you guys thought of the film. Leave a comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm out of here. Netflix, put me on a series. I'm down. I got time. Everybody got time. Let's go.
Hope you love all of my shit. I hope you love all of my shit.